the one and only Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
So here we go, still a possible 18 more frames to play today over 2 sessions. Who knows how much mileage remains in this match for the ages, but ready for anything, our 2 Crucible champions in the commentary box today. It's good afternoon to John Parrott and Dennis Taylor.
Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, everyone. And once again, what an ovation for these 2 players as they walk down those steps into the magnificent Crucible Theatre. It's the final day of the Betfred World Snooker Championship, and I'm delighted to be sitting next to the 1991 champion, John Parrott. Looking forward to this, John.
Thank you, 1985. It's an absolute pleasure. Yep, quite right.
Thank
what an
you.
atmosphere.
The 18th frame. Judd Trump to bring.
Extremely important. If Judd Trump is going to have any bearing in this year's final, that he wins this opening frame. Little unlucky last night, has to be said. Session he played, yes, he wasn't at his best, and Ronnie was very good, but he didn't half get some bad run of the balls last night to Judd. A couple of occasions, potted a long red, flicked off another one, and even in the last frame of the session, Dennis, where he potted a great red, went through the pack and finished in the only spot in the ball area that was very difficult. So he didn't have a good run of the balls. He'd like that to even up.
Well, what he has done is made a very good break off here. I think there's only a little bit of this red sticking out past the blue, and he could quite easily, looking at that picture, go in off to this corner pocket if he doesn't get it thin enough. I don't know if he can send it back up the table. Now he's got to play a thin
Foul.
He won't mind giving 4 points away there because the reds have stayed safe. Didn't quite catch it as he intended. That's one of the most annoying things when you play a safety shot and you catch a ball colour and the white doesn't make it to the cushion. That red near the left corner pocket is very difficult. So be interesting to see what Judd's strategy will be here, whether he's going to go all out attack or whether, well, he's got to win, as his good friend Jack Lesowski said, and his friends, he's got to win this session 6-2. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and unfortunately he's up against someone who's not been giving anybody any help in this tournament. When Ronnie O'Sullivan's been in front, he's been pretty ruthless. Nobody's really come close to him in the championship. 10-5 first round against Dave Gilbert, 13-4 against Mark Allen, Steve Maguire 13-5 in the quarter-final, and then John Higgins 17-11, so no one's really got close to him.
Oh, he's having a go here. And that had to go in because he was always going to leave something.
Yeah, and the way that red flicked the other ones opened the gap. If he can pot the red behind the black, it looks like it's a little stun up and a fantastic chance.
One.
Just look at those reds all around the black spot area. I might see a few blacks being potted here.
Yeah, he could hold the cue ball there, couldn't he? It just looked like he had a little bit of angle, but went nice and deep on the white. this is where he's been pretty much
No.
ruthless all tournament. When he's been on the top end of the table, pink and black. It's been wonderful cue ball control all the way.
It's gone wrong. That cannon, he wanted to hit
16.
right in the middle of them, and he'd have been nicely on this red to the left of the black, but it's end of break.
Yeah, that's a collector's item, that one. Didn't see that coming.
Unless he can cut this in with his left hand. I mean, he could try and pot it because he's going up the safety end of the table. No attempt at the pot there. I don't think anyway.
Sullivan 16.
Oh, is this a plant? No, I don't think it is. I thought that red was going to make a plant into the left corner. Not on.
Oh, he'd be kicking himself there, Ronnie. He knows that was a fabulous chance to impose himself on today's session. Very unlike him to lose the cue ball.
Can he get a cannon on the green here? That's what he'll be thinking about.
Yeah, he's just been a tiny bit off with most things in this final so far. I mean, that was a bit of a chance there to get in behind green for Judd. At least get over that side of the table. Just anywhere to the left of the green is going to present a much more difficult return safety.
That's a careless one, but he does like to swing the ball around the angles rather than just come off two cushions. He always plays the safety shot with a bit of pace inside, but he hasn't left anything by the looks of things. In fact, he's blocked off the escape route down the right side of the table, so this is far from straightforward. Have a look at that, all covering each other.
Has got a shot. I mean, this third red from the left of the pink, he could probably play off that and go round the angles like Ronnie did. Okay, you don't exactly know where the reds are going to go, but you could. There is a path there to get back into the balk area.
Yeah, that's the shot that John was talking about, off that red, and if he gets through the gap, he'll head back up the table, but he still have to be pretty precise with that, but it is an escape route.
It's the only one I can really see, Dennis. It's okay, it's not guaranteeing safety, but it's a chance. Now is he lining up a plant?
Wow. That was very risky, but as he covered everything.
Well, might be two shots, one after the other, where both players have gotten away with it. If there is a pot into the middle, it's fraught with danger, because you will be leaving the one that's up closest to the blue spot. So if you're playing this one in the middle, it better go in. And go in it did. What a pot that was. Absolutely stunning pot. Great piece of cue in that.
Just got to negotiate the yellow and brown. There's 2 reds, well, one either side of the table available here in the middle pockets. As long as he doesn't cannon into the yellow or brown, he's okay. And safely avoided cannoning the yellow, but let's see when the blue goes back on its spot. Might not be anything available
6.
into the middle. He just hit that a little harder than he intended. All covered there, but there's a couple of options.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It was a bit of a skinny one, that blue. You could see when he was taking it, he's one of those you couldn't really get into the cue ball.
Well, you know, he's not even going to look at the pot. He's going to try and get in behind the green. So even though he's leading 12-5, he's not risking anything.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Yeah, Judd looks like he's in a spot of bother, but he's delighted Ronnie only got 6 from that brilliant red in the middle. Would have been fearing the worst, particularly where the balls are spread at the moment. You would think next good pot would get a very good chance.
Yeah, he's okay. You never know where they're going to go when you send one red on to another, just to keep them up here and screw back to balk for that safety shot. That was the only one available to him there. Now this could be good.
Yeah, that's excellent. Blocked off the right-hand side with the blue.
Do you know, I think he can just get past the blue to stick it. I'm right in line with it, John.
Yeah, we need to swap seats, don't we?
Foul on the miss. Judd Ramful.
Yeah, you can definitely see it, and it is a skinny one. It's one of these shots that if you get this wrong, you can easily bring the jaws into play, which is why Ronnie was erring on the side of caution there.
Well, Ronnie's still got his cue there, more or less saying that's where it was. So he's still got the cue there.
Can I just check? Can I just check, please? Yeah? Yeah?
That's about right, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. You're happy with it?
Well, just see what distance it was away from the cushion.
Can we check, Desi?
Yeah, he just wants to see what distance it was away from the cushion.
Just a touch this way.
That's where it was.
To the right?
Yes,
Yeah?
I think that's
just
near
a little
enough.
bit more, but the slightest touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Ronnie?
perfect.
Judd, thank you.
So take 2, once again, very thin. Thin, but then he got the blue.
This is a half chance for Judd to get going here. just put everything into the pot and underhit it.
Yeah, and that's a really horrible shot on the black. Much more difficult than it looks on your screens. Very thin into a blind pocket. And the blue being where it is stops the pink up into what we call the yellow bag. Very hard sometimes, particularly when you're chasing, just to bite the bullet and play the right shot.
Well, this will be some pot. That is a bit special to cut that black in from that angle. 10 out of 10 for that one.
Yep, that's the type of shot that can give you some momentum.
Nine.
You full well there. He could have been doing the framing. That was some pot.
$16. $17.
Oh, he didn't play the cannon like that. He slipped up straight away here. He was playing to get in behind that. Now if he's taking the pink on to the middle pocket, well, this is just as difficult as the black was. That's got a chance. Great shot again.
$23.
Oh, he certainly tidied up the area for pink and black now, if you can just get from this red to the next colour. And it is, you'd have to say, a wonderful chance to take the opening frame this. It's been a struggle at the start of it.
Thank you.
Pink and black were exceptional.
24.
He'll be disappointed if he doesn't win from here now after that hard work.
Now just look where he placed the cue ball there. He's left himself a choice of 3 reds, one in the middle, one in the right corner, one in the left corner. And that's sometimes what you do when the balls are situated like this. Leave yourself options.
Thank you. 32.
Yeah, Ronnie's had the 2 chances in this frame, of course.
39.
Then made the position off the black, and then when he played off the blue in the ball here, he didn't get on the red, so no complaints from him.
40.
This is exactly what Judd Trump needed. A good start, a good chance, and a couple of good pots that can get the confidence going. Because black and pink at the start of this were both very good indeed.
And once again, there you're leaving himself options. He's just
46.
slipped past that red and blocked the path for the 2 that he played for, but he had the one to the middle. Just means
47.
that he's got to head up the table and then back down again. So this is a key shot coming up now as he eyes up the reds.
Yeah, great thing here is he can play as long as he's somewhere anywhere near the left side cushion there, because he's left-handed. That red that's closest to the corner pocket will be available, so he could play down in an area, as Dennis has been saying, try and land on any of 3 or 4 reds here, as long as he keeps the cue ball near the side cushion. That's where he's played. Excellent. Spot on.
49. 50.
Both players got an unbelievable reception when they were introduced, and I think a lot of this Crucible crowd would like to see a comeback here.
57. Thank you.
A lot of neutrals there that love the game of snooker, an awful lot of Ronnie supporters, but they do like an underdog.
Yeah, I think if I was Judd here, I'd be wanting to clean up completely.
64.
Not just for myself, but just to show my opponents I'm here to play today.
65.
I'm not going to get it the wrong way. Try and give him a round of applause for getting past the winning post in this frame. Hasn't made a century in this match so far, which is quite amazing.
72.
Highest break of 97 so far, so come on, Judd, give us 100.
73. $79. 80.
Just the green, that's the slight awkward one, so he needs a good angle on the yellow when he puts the black here. And that's a
87.
pretty good angle. Or is he straight? He may have to leave the green into the right corner. Yeah, he's dead straight on it. But he forced an angle
89.
yesterday on the shot up the other end of the table from a straight position near the black and got onto the blue. One of the best positional shots I've ever seen. In goes the green.
92.
He's come to play, Dennis.
96.
That's for sure.
Oh, he's going to switch hands. Now, don't miss the blue with your right hand for the 100. Fantastic from Judd. Trump.
101.
And the pink as well. Let's
107.
give us a little Judd Trump special on the black here. Oh, it's just a straightforward cut in. It's not in, but what a start from Judd Trump. 12-5 behind. And what does he do in the opening frame? He gets a chance and he makes a century break. It's a long way back, but he's got 1 foot on the...
Of that, he can get a bit of excitement by potting these incredible pots. There's no point in him going out playing safety today and losing the match. He may as well have a go.
Yeah.
Pride in performance as well.
Absolutely, and a wonderful start. It'll give him a bit of confidence, you know, that you know, making that century from the beginning. But yeah, as Stephen says, he's got to go out. He's got to play his imperious best. Find it from somewhere. He's got to find that inspiration.
Thank you,
from
frame
somewhere.
19.
He had a good start.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Heck of a good break. The opening frame, that black was very brave indeed that he took on, and the pink, as we showed. aside from all the potting and break building, still got to do this well. Still got to try and keep Ronnie away from easy chances. Basically got to be pretty much near flawless if he's going to claw his way back into this.
I think I mentioned in the semi-final, I was so impressed with Judd Trump's safety and tactical game. He's improved dramatically, and I think that's why he was sort of dominating the game for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that sort of up to halfway through the Stuart Bingham match, it's his match play that had been getting him where he has been in this championship. He's not really been absolutely buzzing, but I have to say, from 8-5 down to Stuart Bingham to finish the match the way he did, his match play was of the highest quality. But you never count him out because he is, as they say, quite inspirational. He can catch fire in 4 or 5 frames very quickly against anybody. So you're always reticent to completely write him off, no matter what the scoreboard's saying.
That's a wonderful long pot, and I thought he was going to flick the blue there, which would have left him nicely on a colour, but he picked that one out nicely.
Ronnie O'Sullivan won.
There can't be much sticking out past the pink, surely. No, very little there.
Yeah, be just trying to block that side off again here. You would think a little stun into that and let running side take over. Get him in between yellow and brown and block that off. Getting trickier now.
Yeah, the same shot down the left side of the table is not available this time, because if he lands in the reds, he'll leave one that's at the back. So he feels he can get past the pink this time. But wow, there's not much sticking out there.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 6.
Not a free ball. So have it replaced here, but there was very little
for the pink.
sticking out.
Was it on spot?
These are the ones that are really, for the referee, really difficult. I mean, unless that was bang on the pink spot, which it looks like it probably
I'll
was,
vote
that'd
that
help.
way.
If it was actually on its spot, it'd be easier to replace this correctly, but
And just a touch towards that middle pocket.
obviously it wasn't. So these are really difficult, especially when they're playing thin clips, to get this
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
right.
it.
Yeah, he'll get a little bit of help from Judd here as well.
It's too much.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
Yeah. Good. Judd, have a look, please.
That's one of the top referees, Desi, there, that's
Let me check.
on the
I think you
scoreboard
could
and
see a bit
monitor.
less of that. Yeah.
That's where they were. That's a bit more difficult now where it is. Yeah, I think it's about right.
The pink a bit more to this way.
He's going to move the pink slightly, which will make it a bit more difficult. Oh,
Yeah.
there's Arian
Ronnie.
Williams. Haven't seen Arian for a while. Was one of our top referees for many years, John.
Yeah, lovely to see him. Fantastic referee. Absolutely fabulous. And be keeping an eye on these proceedings. It's a very tricky one. These are one of the situations that's the hardest to work out, when there's just absolute fractions in it. Yeah. Keeping an eagle eye on it. Once a referee.
Anyway, Judd has changed his shot, so that solves the problem. Is that going to reach? Good shot.
Cue ball in an absolutely fabulous spot for every other red there, but the one he played off has just come back into play, and well, might be a shot to nothing. Well, it would have been, except he missed it completely. He can't believe it himself. He was shaking his head there. He actually missed the red completely going down.
Yeah, pretty good result in the end.
So it was a shot to nothing.
I think he can just get past the yellow the other side. He can't get through to those reds, but I think he can just see enough of, well, maybe the red near the black spot just to get back down the table off. If he can come down off the pack, he'll do it, but the one, yeah, just to the left of the black, he can hit. And this is some terrific safety play here from both players.
You know what, Dennis, I think there's a gap again. It's actually amazing, isn't it? Every time they play this shot, there's always a tiny gap to get through. Yeah, that red that's gone to the top cushion is just causing a little bit of grief, because he'd like to play the red round the angles. That's the shot he's playing. He's just managed to miss it, but he's promoted one to the other corner, and I don't think he's got the cover.
No, he can get this, but I'm just looking at the angle. The white's going to go straight into the bunch of reds if he just plays it plain ball. So is he going to take this pot on and just rely on a bit of good fortune for position? That's what he's thinking about. Doesn't have to take the pot on. But we know Judd doesn't refuse a lot. So here we go. Not only the pot, but watch the cue ball. And that will do very nicely. How did this gap open up? But listen, it was such a brave shot. He deserved a bit of good fortune. And as John said, he had a little bit of misfortune last night. on a few of the frames. But that was a beauty.
That was the parting of the Red Sea there, Dennis. Come right through the middle of them to perfection.
7.
Still not a good chance. I don't know if he can get himself onto the black here. Yeah, he did find the gap.
8.
Just gone a little bit further away from it than he would have liked.
There's some pressure on this one. Potted an unbelievable black in the last frame. This one is very missable too.
Trump 8.
Yeah, it was such a tough shot, that. No easy starter for Ronnie here. Might be able to see the red up into the corner past the yellow. The one that's near this left corner, he'll have to get a bit of action on this. Well, he's just potted it and going to play the safety shot.
Yep, sometimes that's all you can do. Very difficult to get the cue ball anywhere in that bouquet that covers everything. So he's coming down to survey the scene.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Yeah, it's a good shot because his priority was on the second red up on the right hand side. He just want to leave that for a pot, so he's covered that, knowing full well he would be leaving the red that's near the pink, but the priority was to cover that pot.
Looking to see if he can cut the red in and avoid the cannon on the red that's near the black spot. It's taken the more difficult one to try and avoid that cannon. Well played. How's the kiss? This time the kiss is very favourable.
Yep, and this is the chance he's been waiting for. Okay, not brilliant as we see him knock that red in. His long game has been very good with those in the entire championship, but this is the chance he's been waiting for. Although it's not brilliant, that black might look easy on your screen, but it's only one you can drop in, and you'd like to be right behind it if you did that. So there's a bit of work to be done. It's not straightforward. Yeah, that's exactly where you'd like to be in an ideal world. If you're going to get that black to get it back in play, be right behind it. Just took a chance there, didn't like the way they were sitting, so played into the pack.
I don't know if he can get to it, but he'd love to get it somewhere near the circle there. Not sure if he's got the angle to do that. Well, he had.
6.
Only right in the middle of it, Dennis. Wonderful piece of telestrating. Amazing how quickly he sussed it out and got it in the perfect spot.
13. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 13.
He walked away straight away. He knew he delivered the cue, well, definitely not as he intended. So, Judd, unexpectedly back to the table.
Yeah, nothing worse is that you've done all the hard work, got the black back on the spot, just mishit this. Simple as. He was walking very early, so you've tidied the table up for your opponent to come in and reap the benefit. Like they all are in this final, this is a very big visit to the table for Judd Trump. Keep that momentum up.
Thank you. 9.
It's imperative he gets the correct angle each time because the blue's off at spot. Normally if you run slightly out of position you can play up for the blue and then back down again, but it's not there. So he's got to stay on the black. And that's not the angle he was after. Yeah, very good. Good recovery shot there.
17. $24.
Yeah, he can't quite get on this red perfectly. Twice he's played to be on that. If he runs it through, he cans the other one that's on the right hand side of it, so both times come up a little bit short. So have to play a little soft stunt and hold in the gap between the two reds for the cue ball.
$32. $33.
Yeah, as long as those reds or one of them near the pink pots, he's okay here. And it clearly does. He's come up a bit short again though. And this time he's maybe going to have
40.
to risk a cannon. I mean, he could screw back up for one of the balk colours. Yeah, I think that's a much
41.
better idea rather than trying to play a delicate little cannon there.
Yeah, that was a good area to play in as well, because obviously the yellow being where it is a natural angle. So that was another example of playing it into an area.
$43. $44.
Colour and one more red. He's just let the white run a little bit away, but he should be able to hold this for the red that's nearest the corner pocket. A delicate little screw.
$51.
Yeah,
crowd on the scoreboard. This is a good effort from Judd. Would have been desperate to win the opening frame. He's getting a little bit of icing with that cake within the second one.
59.
It was so important to make Ronnie pay for missing the red into the corner. No one expected him to miss it, but well, doesn't really matter about that. Ronnie's coming back to the table,
59.
but 45 the difference, 35 on. 3 4-point snookers required. Yeah, beg your pardon, 46 the difference, but still needs those 3 snookers. Another chance to slip up behind the black here. Tight against the black would be good. Got to be careful he doesn't hit the red and go in off here. He's in the pocket.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
That's one of the snookers.
Yeah, just wondering if he's going to play red onto the bump in the middle pocket and run in behind the black again. It's a shot that could be played. And he played it round, but same thing, but double kiss. That should be the end of this frame.
Three. Five.
I'll tell you what, John, it's a bit of a start from Judd Trump here this afternoon. And as you said, he's come to play.
8.
2 more before the mid-session interval. If he gets one of them, he's on track.
12.
Yeah, Stephen was very much right in the studio when he said it. A confidence player. And when these confidence players get going, they take a bit of stopping.
$17.
This pink could land in any pocket.
What a pot
23.
that was. Yeah, he's getting confidence. Judd Trump couldn't ask for a better start today. Would love to have taken the first frame. He's done it. Love to have taken the second. He's done that as well. It's 12-7. Ronnie